Hello, digital world. We are on Decentralized TV channel, kindly called DTV, and today we're going to talk about next generation of decentralized cloud computing platform, BitDNS. Just as reminder to our viewers, my name is Sergey Sevansyan. I am mastermind of Think Tank community and host of this online decentralized television world. On this stage coming out very interesting people around the globe, and today here with us high achieving tech professional with vigorous cognizance and urgent in technology, having more than 20 years of leadership experience in aftermarket industry, reverse logistic and supply chain, one of the early adopters of blockchain as a technology solution for companies with which he involved in. Detail and result-oriented individual with above average critical thinking skills. Expert software development professional with a laser sharp attention to detail that is passionate about optimizing computer system, with experience handling network concerns, implementing new software, installing new hardware, and addressing user concerns, bringing attention to detail and a dedication to technical improvement to each job. Please welcome today's distinguished guest, Kingsley. Your turn.
Hi everyone. Hi, my name is Kingsley. I'm the CTO of BitDNS. Just a little bit introduction myself. Started the career in aftermarket service and reverse logistic industry for more than 20 years. So I'm involved in various operations and several ERP software development projects. After that, I joined the fintech space and in various startup and blockchain projects. From there, I've been building several apps and ERP solutions for the enterprise.
Perfect. Before start, I'm going to show how your project looks like on a website. Yes, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Here it is. And the first words we see on site that BitDNS is the core infrastructure of the distributed internet. It's very interesting. On the BitDNS networks, users are autonomous and domain names are decentralized. BitDNS builds distributed domain names through bit universal or unique ID infrastructure, wallets, and routers. In addition, BitDNS plans to connect most mainstream public chains. BitDNS may be the first project to include key mainstream technologies like IPFS, Ethereum, iOS, Fabric, R3, and IPv8 technology. The commingled ecosystem will become the super B or super hub of distributed internet. We're talking about distributed wide web 4.0. It's very interesting. And I wanted to know, could you please give a brief introduction or brief information about how BitDNS project works from your perspective?
Okay, let me give a little bit introduction about the BitDNS project. BitDNS is the new generation of distributed domain name resolution based on the blockchain technology. So our vision is to develop the decentralized network ecosystem and using it to build the core infrastructure for the DWeb 4.0. And in the future, we offer content services based like elastic computing, distributed AI computing, distributed application component like database, storage, and etc. So these can be used to run decentralized cloud computing for web application, mobile app server, and etc. Yeah. So BitDNS, the domain name technology will be the key interconnection tool for decentralized cloud computing platform.
Perfect. I see on site that it's mentioned that it's going to be some kind of decentralized web 4.0. Please, for the community, for the public, and for me personally, explain what does it mean, how it should looks like.
Okay, this DWeb 4.0 is quite new. I think there's no proper definition yet. Okay, but there's a lot of discussion on this. So DWeb 4.0 can be seen as a combination or upgrade of the Web 3.0 and DWebs. So Web 3.0 emphasized more on data protection, while DWebs emphasized on decentralization. So at the present, the development of application of blockchain, I think, still in the early stage. Although there are more and more the app-based projects, but their services are still deployed on centralized server, so which is not 100%. So what if the server is attacked or being shut down by the authority? And I think another problem is the rise in the storage costs due to increment of the user content, on the centralized server. So we believe this DWeb 4.0 will be the solution for all these problems.
Just for me is very interesting how this process, how this domain name resolution process looks like, because what we see in real world, in centralized world, we I don't know how it works inside, but how it will be looks like in decentralized world is very interesting.
You are talking about the domain resolution?
Yes, domain resolution in decentralized on your
platform. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So for BitDNS, we will offer the decentralized cloud computing platform. Yeah. So this platform is like a large number of mining machine. But we need to emphasize that BitDNS decentralized server is different from Bitcoin or Ethereum miners. So these servers are not used for hash calculation, and it's different from other blockchain nodes. These servers are not the typical blockchain transaction server, and it's not the decentralized cloud computing that's built to serve. It is the decentralized cloud computing that is built to serve the applications such as the DApps. So it's purpose to replace the centralized server, cloud server that are currently heavily used by the DApps. Yeah. So these service, will be useful for enterprise where can run the server at much more lower cost. And I think anyone can also obtain incentive by sharing their computer power to the network.
Perfect. We already have the greetings from Iran community. They have from Sepi Exotic. I will go to their questions a little bit later, because we already have to discuss something else. Just give us a tip. What are the main characteristic of BitDNS decentralized platform? We know about the name resolution, but what is characteristic of BitDNS platform as is?
Okay, the BitDNS platform. We are going to use the most advanced Docker container. So we're using K3s and KS cloud technology. Therefore, the distributed server are divided into two levels. Okay, so the first level consists of physical machine or virtual node which are running on wide area network, where the network structure is more like blockchain, so more like decentralized. Okay, when the performance of physical machine is insufficient, okay, so there will be a large number of nodes can be deployed on the second level in the local network or in the data center to form a virtual nodes with the supercomputer performance. Okay, then it can be expanded and auto scale without any limit at any point of time. Therefore, as long as there are enough secondary nodes, this computing performance is comparable to what are the current centralized cloud server like the Amazon server.
Because you mentioned several times about the server, how can the audience to be sure about the performance of BitDNS decentralized server? Just give us that tip about how the audience can be sure about the performance of all this stuff.
Okay. Okay. Because it's the kind of technology that is run distributed and based on what I'm sharing just now, the K3 and KNS is a type of the Docker container whereby we can run multiple computer and computing resources. So from there, as we can deploy, if the resources is not enough, we can deploy it into the so-called secondary nodes, whereby we can make use of the virtual server in the cloud server, like those server in Amazon service and all these things. So all these can combine and can form as one supercomputing power to run this decentralized.
Perfect. Perfect. You know, we already have conversation about what DNS is, but what is the role of BitDNS domain name resolution technology in this ecosystem? Could you please explain?
Okay. Most people, they only know about the domain name. Okay, but the computer, they only know the IP address, so they communicate using the IP address, right? Okay. So we need the domain name resolution service to convert the domain names into the machine readable, which is the IP address. Yeah. So let's say when you register a domain name, so you only have the right to use the domain name, and you cannot directly use it to on your web server or email, right? So what you need a domain name resolution service to translate the domain name into your web server IP address. Yeah. So this BitDNS domain name resolution is to provide the domain resolution for decentralized network and also decentralized cloud computing platform.
Okay, good, perfect. I want to show to the audience something, because it's the structure which is already we can find out on the website. Just let me share my screen. Give me a second, please. Here it is. What I see, how here it is, the BitDNS tech tree. We see the upper application, we see core functions, we see whole infrastructure. Please, do you see the screen? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, it will be great to explain how all these complicated stuff works, because we see here the BitDNS and plus DWeb 4.0 network. Maybe for our viewers a little bit more information about this, because you are combining so much technologies in one place. I see IPFS, I see distributed internet, I see distributed DNS servers, I see distributed Web 4.0. So much interesting stuff. Maybe just from your opinion, it will be very interesting for us.
Okay, I think over here is the tech tree of our the total solution that we are planning to build. Okay, because in this day, what we are trying to achieve is to build the true decentralized network and also decentralized computing. These two things I think must come in together, because right now, you know, as what I shared earlier, is that there's a lot of project is, you know, saying they are decentralized, but they are not. So in this diagram, you know, what we are trying to cover in two areas. Okay, so and like example, if you can see here, you know, these are the apps program, the PC program. You know, that is where the user application level. Okay, that is where you will connect to this BitDNS platform plus this DWeb 4.0, right? So from here, you know, you will see on the left side and then on the right side, you know, on the middle level, whereby the core function that will available for the user, you know, like the first one is a DNS services, and then the next one is a UID system, yeah, to identify the user account and all these things. And on the right side, you know, we will have like those special apps and also a website, you know, that can be used to connect to our services. Yeah. So from here, these services also can use to, you know, to host like those content distribution or website development, and we can also deploy the website to using this IPFS. So this website will be run decentralized. Yeah. And also on the, you know, you can see on the live videos there, and also cloud game. So all these are real-time computing services. So these require much higher processing. So that's why we have this BitDNS decentralized computing, whereby we can support all these kind of heavily high performance computing power.
You know, I think, thank you very much. I think it's enough from the technical, going deep in technical structure, just let me ask the question from our audience. Sepi Exotic wants to know how many community you already have, and help all of them to know maybe in English or Persian if you have that languages engaged in all of this. The first question about what kind of community and how many of them do you have?
Okay, we have actually quite a number of user base already. What happened is that actually we actually have this BitDNS token, which actually launched on Uniswap on the 1st of October. So currently we already have, I think, 4,000 plus of the token holder worldwide. Yeah. So next, we plan to promote this BitDNS more to the rest of the world. So, and we actually projected, to have more than 15,000 token holder by end of December. So by the end of the year, we will also open up the distributed domain name sales system. So you can use this system to buy the domain. Okay, and we expected the domain name resolution system will be launched, in the Q1 next year. Yeah. So in order to successfully launch this kind of decentralized fund, it requires a lot of support from various parties. Yeah.
One more question from our viewers: where we can use BitDNS technology now? Is it possible, or it not prepared yet?
We are actually in the progress already. So I think we are. That's why we are planning to launch this domain name resolution system by Q1 next year, and the distributed domain name will be by end of this year. Yeah. So after when the system is launched, you can buy this. Instead of going to this was it a GoDaddy or whichever to buy, you can go this, and it's a pure decentralized system.
Actually, we have so much viewers which are talking on Persian language. That's why they are very concerned about. Please add that Persian language to us, because we are very, very concerned about that. We are eager to know about a little bit more about project. That's if you can, it will be great.
I think on the language, we will support worldwide language. Yeah. So we will include a lot of translation. Nowadays, I think with the AI computing and all these things, and also the language translation, I think it will help us, to go into every part of the world, into different kind of the languages, so that everyone can understand and can use this platform easily.
Perfect. Just to say hello to Iranian users, and we have one more question. Many questions about plans and many questions about projects. What do you do? Please share us a little bit more information. What are you as CTO, as project manager, plan to do with this BitDNS platform? Tell us about the future. Tell us about the plans of BitDNS platform.
Okay. Okay. We will share much more of our plan. We plan to share our progress, in the website. Okay. So I think you can see that for those who have served our website before, you guys should know that we have been upgrading our website. Okay. Then we will share more information on the website, and then what we plan to do is, I think the first step is to get this decentralized domain name sales system to be ready first, because that is the first step whereby people can buy the domain and hold it, decentralizedly and without the control from the authority. And then the next thing that we are going to build is the decentralized cloud computing. That is where it will make the decentralized cloud computing 100% decentralized, because everyone is still using the centralized server for the backend. So with these two services coming together, I think it will be 100% decentralized.
I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. Got it. Just let us know about, on your perspective, how this future decentralized world, I'm talking about digital world, should looks like. It's very interesting because I think you are the person who I know clearly how this new fair decentralized digital world should looks like for the humanity, for the users.
Okay, I think talk about decentralized world. Everyone nowadays, everyone want to have control, and I think we do not want to be controlled by each particular group or by the government or any particular country or any particular law. So we want it to be used freely with the human right, so that we can, like example, we want to register your own website that and nobody can have the authority to bring down your website or to shut down your website. That is where uh, the direction that the decentralized want to go, and then the information is protected and is not easily to be hacked by anyone.
We're going to the questions, to the question from the community, and Farah is saying about what's about the security. He is very concerned about that please give us a tip. What's about security?
Okay, the security, I think right now currently we are building a platform. So the most important right now, we are using the smart contract technology, so that you can provide the analysis service for the EUAT 4.0, and also we will use OP 2.0 and JWT for security protocol. So after that, we can add much more function into the system.
Perfect. One more question. Can you give a bit more information about BitDNS DeFi token named Corn? How users can obtain it, or how can they do engage or involve in it?
I think you guys can go to the unit swap, yeah, to buy the coin token. And I think with that, because I right now with this DeFi is very hot, and everyone to get hold of the token. So with this DeFi, with this coin token, you can buy it without restriction, and you can. We don't need to go to any action. You can just buy it.
Perfect. I want to say thanks to our viewers. I see Ali, Farah, Sepi, all of them. Thanks to the question. Thank for your time, Kingsley. It's very interesting to share your thoughts, your topic to the humanity. I see that new decentralized world is already around the corner, and it's very interesting. I try to finalize, but users don't let me do that. And we have one more question. Can you give us we have already talked about language support. Was this support of another kind? I see that you use some kind of unique identification on that BitDNS platform. Tell us a little bit more information about that, how users can being involved on that stage.
Okay, on the unique identifier, because for domain names, right now, if you use the traditional channel, it's like you go to Google, GoDaddy, you need to register, login, and email and password, right? So with this one, there's it is a centralized control. So with our BitDNS decentralized domain name resolution, we will, when you want to purchase the domain, right, you can use it. You can buy the domain using your wallet. So you will support different type of chains. So when you open an account using a wallet and with a smart contract, you are able to buy that particular domain name, and that domain name will be tied down to your wallet. So we have that kind of security whereby you yourself will own the wallet private key. So nobody will be able to steal it, the account or the domain from you.
Perfect. Viewers, eager to know what's your location and what's the location of the team. I see on your background is very is the city I very like. It's Singapore. I want to know, maybe you are based in Singapore or somewhere else, and a little bit tell about the team.
Okay. We based in Singapore strategically, and because there's a lot of startup and there's a lot of blockchain project, is also based in Singapore. So Singapore is a very strategic location whereby the government also support the blockchain project. Yeah. So we have the team of programmer in Singapore and also in China.
Perfect. Guys, if you don't mind, yes, we have to finalize today. It's very interesting to have Kingsley here. I'm sure that is not the last time we're going in conversation. I think we have to have that conversation with the customers, with the viewers, with the followers online as well. Kingsley, my pleasure to have you today. I want to say you goodbye. Now it's not least, but not the last time we're meeting with each other. Thanks a lot. My pleasure.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay,
Hope to see you again. Bye.